Welcome back.
Get the punt, that's a must. I don't trust. Oh cool, okay, oh cool.
So this is a little video, almost like a story time in a sense, of
What not to do.
during your video interview, okay? Don't ever do this. So we're just gonna jump right in to it. So pretty much this was during a time where I was super nervous. I was nervous for this interview. But let me tell you this. I didn't think that I did anything wrong until I really thought about it maybe 2 or 3 days later. And when I received the response that they were going with someone else for candidate. They were going with a different candidate. And, you know, I did some thinking and I was really mad. And I was just like, no, I did everything right in this interview. I felt like I had done everything right. But in fact, I did not. So the day of the interview, you know, I had everything all lined up. I made sure I had good lighting. I made sure that my potential space that I was going to be working in was good, right? No. Everything was quiet. My workspace was great. Where I was going to interview at, great. Just before my interview, you know, I was sitting there, I was waiting in this little Zoom room. I believe it was a Zoom room. And I'm not going to mention the company. And I'm just sitting there waiting, and I'm just like, oh, I hope I get this, because I don't want the company I'm with now. So I was still with one at-home company, and I was trying to basically replace that company with a different one. I want to just take my career in a different path, which I really don't consider this a career, but I'm just gonna say it like that, like whatever. And so the interviewer, he came up on the camera. He was like, hello, and I jumped. I was like, you scared me. Hi, and I'm just laughing. You really scared me, like that came out of the blue. I didn't say that, but I was like, oh, you scared me. And he laughed, he chuckled a little bit, and I laughed for maybe about 2 minutes or so. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. It was just so quiet. And yeah, you really surprised me. Like, you scared me. And so he was like, okay, well, nice to meet you. Did I catch you at a good time for the interview? And I said, yeah, this is a perfect time. I mean, you did just scare me. You scared the world out of me. But yeah, this is a perfect time. I'm ready. He was like, okay, so how's your day going? He said, good. Yeah, so we're just meeting for this quick interview. Do you understand the job that you applied for? And I said, yes. It's for blah, 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 blah. He's like, yes. And how do you feel about the hours? And I said, the work hours are fine. It actually goes hand in hand with the job that I'm working for now. And so pretty much it's the same. And that's why I chose this position, because I want to keep the same work hours. And he was like, okay, that's good to hear, good to hear. Why did you leave your last company? You know what
I said,
well, I left them because they're adding in a job duty of sales. And I don't want to do sales. I just want to help people. That's all I want to do. I prefer not to sell. He's like, okay. And then he was asking about me. So what did he say? So why did you, no, he said, so tell me about yourself. And I said, well, I'm a mother and I originally came from this background of work, manufacturing, assembly. I've been doing my current position for some time now. And I really enjoy helping people. So then it's like, okay, good to hear. He's like, so what are you expecting to get paid? I said, oh, well, it's negotiable. It really doesn't matter how much I'm getting paid. I just would like to continue working from home, being with my kids, and not have to send them to daycare, It doesn't matter, it's negotiable. So he told me the pay range, and I was like, oh, okay. Then he asked me a little bit more questions, and I'm just sitting there kind of dazed off, and just, I thought I was paying attention, but clearly I was not really paying attention. And he asked, did you have any questions? So I can bet that I probably had the same facial expression. Like, girl, why you didn't write down no questions? You know what I said? do they give annual pay raises? Right after I just said, pay doesn't matter. He was like, oh, I'm not sure. You have to find that out once you are onboarded. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, not that pay really matters because I'm not the main income of the house, but I was just wondering. And after I said that, I thought to myself, girl, you cannot take back what you just said. So let me tell you what I did wrong, and don't ever do this. Don't ever take 2 shots before an interview. I literally took 2 shots of Fireball, I believe. 2 little shots. But I'm about this thin. So it hits me, and it hits me fast, and it hits me kind of hard. Because I'm not really a big drinker. So pretty much I went into this interview a little bit too loose, a little bit too comfortable, a little bit too talkative. And you know, they don't want that. One mistake was when I came into the interview, not came into it, but when he came into the interview, and I jumped up, and I like literally jumped like, don't ever do that. Sit there calmly and wait for that person to come. Try not to jump, try to pay attention. But I know why I jumped. One, because I just had some damn liquor. I just had some shots. Don't take no shots. If you know you a light body, don't take no shots. I understand that you may be nervous or whatnot, but don't do it. Because clearly you'll be a lot more loose than you want to be. And so the reason why I did take shots is because I was nervous for this interview. This was, I don't know, my 2nd or 3rd type of interview I had for a work-at-home job. And I should have got that position, but because of the way that I handled that interview, that's why I went down the drain. So, yeah, I didn't get that job. And I actually interviewed hoping that I would get it like immediately because I had heard that they were hiring really big and whatnot, a lot of people, and you know, I just wanted to get out of the position I was currently in. Never speak negatively about your current or past, any employer, any company. No, I didn't say the name of the company, but I still spoke kind of negative about them. You don't ever want to do that either. So although I thought the interview went good, it didn't. After I thought about it and thought about, you know, that interview, the day that I received they're going with another candidate response, that's when I was like, okay, what did I do wrong? And I was really mad. And I was really mad at myself because that could have been an easy job. I could have easily got that job because I already had experience in it. But if you have a bad interview, they don't want you. And that's just how it is. So make sure you try to go into it, you know, really comfortable and whatnot about it. Really comfortable, not too talkative, but just enough. So, bummer. But thanks for watching. I know it was really brief, not too detailed, but detailed enough. I hope it was super helpful and for you to not do the same mistakes. Please don't, if you know you're lightweight. Have a good one. Peace.